So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. 2 years back, I made one video over the secrets of Mahadasha transition in Vedic Astrology. And I've discussed with regards to the Dasha Sandhi between Rahu and Jupiter. Dasha Sandhi simply mean when you are entering from the Rahu Mahadasha till the Jupiter Mahadasha. So how that 18 years period is going to be differing from the 16 years. In this today's video, we are going to be continuing that same journey and same series, and we will try to understand the Dasha Sandhi between the Jupiter and Saturn. So suppose right now you are going through a Jupiter Mahadasha, 16 years long period. What will happen when you enter into the next 19 years long period of Saturn Dasha? What are the generalized result and what are the major transitions which you will encounter in your own life? We will try to understand in this particular video. First of all, the date on which the Dasha is transitioning is going to play a very significant role. And I request you on specific date, okay, it may be on 16th of April 2026, you are entering from Rahu Mahadasha to Jupiter, or maybe Jupiter to Saturn, or Saturn to Mercury, any. That specific date is going to play a very important role. And I request you on that specific date, when that exact transition is happening, it's better for you to worship your Kuldev or Kuldevi in order to seek divine blessings actually. Because that date is going to be marking a very remarkable things into your own life. Now, I'm not saying on that specific date you will start experiencing the result of your next Mahadasha lot immediately. In most of the charts, I'm telling you, depending over the strength and dignity of the planets and the retrogression of the planet. And I've observed in many charts, suppose your Jupiter is retrograde and you are entering into Saturn, or sometimes Saturn is retrograde and Jupiter is normal. So whenever you are entering from Mahadasha to the next Mahadasha, and if the planets are retrograde or forming conjunction with some retrograde planet, Dasha will not start immediately. Suppose your Mahadasha is starting on 17th of June 2026. You will not experience the result immediately. Sometimes this take 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, even complete 1 year for this Dasha transition or Dasha Sandhi to take place. And the reason why, first of all, these things are happening, why you are not immediately experiencing the result of the Dasha transition, because of the retrogression part or because of certain dignity of the planet which is present in the horoscope. Now, for example, if the planets are retrograde, in that case, as I told you, your Dasha will start much later. Then you need to consider your Dasha from the beginning of your next birthday, okay? So suppose your Dasha is, you are transitioning Dasha on the June month and your next birthday is in the month of October. So you will start seeing the results start unfolding when you specifically enter into your birthday. Because when the next brushful will start, then you will be able to start experiencing the result. So this is that concept which you need to be applying in your own charts at the same time. Next, from entering from Jupiter to Saturn, first of all, this is going to be a pretty remarkable transition and shift into your own life. As I have also discussed previously many times, the change of Dasha have the capacity to change the complete course of someone's life. So suppose from past 16 years, you feel like I'm stuck somewhere, or I'm suffering, I'm not able to achieve something, I'm not able to accomplish anything, then the next Dasha Lord actually have the capacity to give you everything. Whereas in most of the charts, suppose your Jupiter is pretty strong and you have received everything. You have received all the significance of the Jupiter, whether you are getting married upon time, obtaining children, having a family, having kids also. Jupiter also symbolizes wealth, expansion at the same time, business expansion, maybe real estate expansion. So so the Jupiter Dasha is going to be pretty expanded Dasha. But the Saturn Dasha is not going to be a very expanded Dasha. Whatever the expansion that have actually take place in the Jupiter Mahadasha, I will tell you the same process is going to be getting continuation into the Saturn period in most of the charts. It's also becoming pretty difficult for you to immediately create a lot of shifting into the Saturn, because that part is not applicable from Jupiter through Saturn. Because both of these planets, if they are coming at the prime age, between the age of 25 till 60, then these dashas are going to be very connected dashas, okay? So whatever the events that will take place in the Jupiter, the same events might have the capacity to take place in the Saturn dasha also. But whatever the expansion which you have put forward in the Jupiter, the same expansion is going to be then getting continuously working in the Saturn. You can consider Saturn as the more operational side and Jupiter as more as the expanded side. I have also seen in many charts, in the Jupiter dasha, person will be able to, you will be able to create wealth, you will be able to generate wealth, you will be able to create more value in the society. But in the Saturn dasha, what will happen? Whatever the foundation which you will lay in the Jupiter, that same foundation will then going to be continuously happening into the Saturn period. There are few exceptions in Vedic astrology where, for example, you born in the Saturn dasha and you are not encountering the Jupiter dasha. So in that case, there are going to be some exception, because you need to then start from very scratch and zero level. But I will tell you, Saturn dasha is coming because Jupiter have laid some foundation. And if you look in the Kalpursh Kundli, Jupiter is gaining control over the 9th and 12th house, and Saturn is gaining control over the 10th and the 11th house. Now I have made the separate videos over the reshuffling Raj Yogas, where I have explained you the importance of 9th, 10th and 11th houses lords. Now irrespective of which ascendant you are in, Saturn will start behaving like 10th and 11th house. It means the major shift and transformations are going to be happening in the career forefront and in the monetary wise also. Second important point, Saturn dasha is also going to be creating a lot of restrictions, because Jupiter is a very overly optimistic kind of a planet, and that optimism and positivity also have the capacity to attract a lot of positive events towards you. Whereas Saturn is not a very positive planet, okay? Its significance, it's malefic graha. So it means the 19 years of Saturn is going to be having some malefic association in it. I will tell you, Saturn dasha, if you want to relate, you can relate it with the Rahu dasha. And Jupiter dasha, you can relate with the Mercury dasha. In the sequence of the dashas, basically Rahu is coming 18 years, then Jupiter is coming 16 years, then Saturn is coming 19 years, then Mercury is coming 17 years. So basically these four set of dashas I'm telling you. If you want to study the result of Saturn, first of all study the result of Rahu in your own chart. So whatever the things which have unfolded in the Rahu, moreover the similar pattern is going to be repeated into the Saturn time frame, but it's going to be over on a very large scale. The scale is going to be very broad actually. Similarly, from the dasha transition perspective, Jupiter dasha is going to be more relatable with the Mercury dasha. Okay, in this way you can try to connect first of all in order to read Dasha Sandhi. And as I have explained you previously also, Jupiter is an optimistic planet and Saturn is not optimistic. We will not call it pessimistic also, but it's a hard working planet. In the Jupiter period, I will tell you, the nature is also working with you. Irrespective of the dignity of Jupiter, I'm telling you, even if it is weakly posited in the horoscope, even if it is debilitated, still Jupiter have the capacity to give hope and optimism. So no matter what kind of negative circumstances you will go through in the Jupiter, Jupiter next day will give you hope. Like, okay, if I have failed one time, no matter, I will try it second time. Even if some relationship breakup happening, divorce is happening in the Jupiter, so next day you wake up, you will gain the strength, okay, I will be able to do something, achieve something and make something bigger. Because the natural significance of optimism is going to be there in the Jupiter, irrespective of its dignity, I'm telling you. Now, as soon as we are entering into Saturn, that optimism angle is somewhat getting gone. It's not present in this Saturn. Because Saturn original significator is pain. So this Saturn dasha will first of all delay the things. Suppose you started building of your own home and property in the Jupiter dasha by the end of Jupiter. So work is going very good. As soon as you are entering into Saturn, very difficult. You will find lot of delays in the same work. Your promotion, is by the end of Jupiter in the Saturn, it will get further delayed. The event of foreign settlement, suppose you are waiting for date, that part will delayed actually, because the change of dasha, I told you, this have the capacity to create certain new pathway. So suppose this is your final destination, and from Jupiter you are thinking, okay, I will go from this point to that final destination, but from moving from here to here, Saturn will come. Now what Saturn will go? No, this is not the pathway. I will take you here, then take you here, then take you here, and then I will take you towards the final destination. So you see that change of path and then reaching the final destination, that is known as karmic unfoldment. And in most of the charts, Saturn Dasha is the karmic unfoldment Dasha. Whatever the things which you have instilled in the nature, or whatever the karmas which you have performed, it may be mental, emotional karma, the same karmas are actually going to be repeated back in the Saturn. And this part is becoming more severe if your Saturn is retrograde. Then many people complain like I'm in some sort of a karmic loop or karmic debt, or some sort of I'm revolving in a circle. So why you are revolving in a circle? Because that karmic unfoldment dasha is right now in front of you. Now the initial period, the Saturn Mahadasha and the Saturn Antar Dasha, this is just like it's first of all going to be approximately 3-year period. So this Saturn Mahadasha and Saturn Antar Dasha is just like a trailer of the movie. Suppose there is a movie, one picture, 3 hours long. So you will see 1-2 minutes of trailer, what is happening inside that movie. Okay, this will help you to at least get some basic idea. The same thing is applicable to the planets also. So Saturn Mahadasha and Saturn Antar Dasha is a movie trailer. So whatever the things which are happening in that 3 years, these things will start unfolding into the upcoming dashas at the same time. Next important point, the karmic unfoldment which I am discussing with you, it's not always negative. Keep that point in your mind. Don't think like that karmic unfoldment is a negative thing. Many a time, suppose you have worked really hard in the Rahu, Jupiter in your dashas, and you have not gained the optimal result. Maybe you are writing a book, you want to publish it, you have published the book, still no result will come. Or maybe you have put forward a lot of hard work. Or maybe you are working on the back side, okay, not in the front end, you are in the back end. Suppose in the Jupiter Dasha you are in the back end doing lot of things. Saturn first of all have the capacity, if its dignity is very powerful, this will give you foundation automatically. Because I told you it's the karmic unfoldment. Here Saturn is not focused more upon creating new karma, that part will happen, but the karma which you have already accumulated and performed, now this is the time where you have came in your life, where you are going to be reaping out the result of that particular karma which you have performed in your own life. And don't think like that only you are going to be reaping out its results. Karmic connectivity is it's a broader subject. It's applicable from individual to individual. It shows how the karmic connectivity, mother, father with children are connected actually. So complete karmic loop is going to be stuck inside the family. That is the reason many families, they go from 0 to hero in the Saturn, or from hero to 0 in the Saturn. It's karmic unfoldment. Suppose your grandfather, your father have created a very big business, multi-billionaire business in the hotel industry. And now you are looking after it and you are having the dasha transition happening from Jupiter to Saturn. So this dasha transition actually have the capacity to give the result not only based upon your own karma. So suppose you are handling some other people work also, like you are handling the work of your ancestors with you. So that karmic unfoldment will also shows the good deeds which is performed by your ancestors in that work. So how that result is going to be there. So basically it's a reaping out period. You will reap out result in this time frame. This is, you can also call it as a very result oriented dasha, practical dasha. You can also call it as the karma dharma adhipati yoga kind of a thing. Okay, where the 9th and 10th house lord are conjunct, because dharma is Jupiter and karma is Saturn. So you are now in the Jupiter and Saturn Sandhi. So your dharma, Jupiter dasha, you have seen dharma mean with which intent you have performed something in the Jupiter. Intent, you understand, intention behind performing any task. So right now I'm making one video for what is my intention behind performing or making this video. So that is dharma. So when that dharma is now going to be channelized in the form of karma, that is Saturn. Here, there is no any new karmas. Don't think Saturn will immediately going to create a lot of, suddenly this will create that thing. No, that part is happening, but that is happening in the Rahu to Jupiter, because that is where the element is totally different. Rahu operate on a totally different element and Jupiter operate on a totally different element. Rahu co-rules the sign of Aquarius, which is again ruled by Saturn. That is the reason I'm telling you, in order for you to study Saturn, first of all study Rahu. Okay, because Rahu 18 years is going to be somewhat getting, you will see some impression, some hints specifically into the Saturn Dasha. Next important point, the significance of the Saturn. Now it represents legal disputes. First of all, that will also going to be coming depending upon its dignity. Sudden wealth can also going to be coming into Saturn Dasha. Inheritance, inherited gains can also become in this Dasha. Even departure of something, departure of someone from your own family. Because Saturn represents the old or removal of some old things, old belief system, and this will instill you some new belief system. And that is where individuals in that time frame where they have did a pretty good karma, or if your past life treats your 5th house is very strong, then Saturn Dasha also have the capacity to actually help you to gain a very big platform where you might have the capacity to become a very good leader as a politician at the same time, and you will serve towards the society, because Saturn can give you more inclination towards serving this humanity also. Like I have done everything in the Jupiter, but that service part, that purity of intent, and how I'm going to be creating that karma dharma adhipati yoga, so that I can incline myself with the higher purpose or with the supreme purpose, that part is also going to be playing out into the Saturn Dasha. So in this way you will try to read the Dasha Sandhi between Jupiter to Saturn actually. Although I will make 2 hours video discussing this topic, but it will differ from chart to chart. But most of the things which I have explained to you, try to implement in your own astrological chart. This will help you to gain more better understanding regarding the Dasha Sandhi. You can also watch my video over the Dasha Sandhi from Rahu to Jupiter also, where I have discussed with regards to the chain mechanism, like how every Antar Dasha and Parantar Dasha is acting as a chain. Okay, chain means it's connected with the previous set of Dashas. So you can consider it Mahadasha transition as a journey of the train. Here don't think like that I'm into Saturn so I will ignore other things. No. Dasha Sandhi simply mean entering from this to this. So you are entering from this to this, so previous thing is also coming with you. Okay. In this way you can understand the Dasha transition between the Jupiter and Saturn. I hope you have gained some basic idea in this video with me. If you are having any queries and consultation with regards to your Dasha transition, or any specific consultation with regards to career, business, or any other thing, so don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Make sure to subscribe my channel below, hit the like button if you really enjoy this video, and you can send me super thanks also if you find some small insights, because any small contribution from your side will help me to create more such content over the YouTube platform. And I'm going to meet you very, very soon by spreading more and more knowledge to everyone. So till then, please take care and Hare Krishna.